Lego folks, welcome back to the channel. Now this is my BMW R1300GS. I've had it since about October. I've done about 4,000 miles on it. I absolutely love the bike, but there are some things I'd quite like to change. Now I've been under embargo about this, not being allowed to tell you about it until today. This, I think, if all goes to plan, this will be February 28th, and the Hex Ezcan, the new one for the BMW R1300GS, that is now available. That's what we used. I was very lucky to be involved in the initial prototype design of it. Stefan over at Hex Innovate, I went over to his place and he worked his magic on this bike to develop that new Hex Ezcan. I had it fitted, and from there I popped up to see Steve up at a bike thing where we set about fixing some of my little issues. Right, so we're here in the ultimate man cave. No, it's not Chopsy's garage. We're here with Steve and Tom at a bike thing. Oh, and Pete English is here too. So we're doing a few little additions to the 1300.
Right, what we're going to do, because I've got the same problem on my M1000R and also all the S bikes where they haven't got the centre light on the bike, and that's now followed through onto the new R1300. There's no centre light, all we've got is the multifunction turn signals. So if I turn on my M1000R, you look at the back here, now I've already fitted all of the dongles to this. So these are the visor dongles that we sell. I've added an extra rear light here because when I indicate right, the red light now goes off. So we'll go back to your bike in a minute and so we can see the difference. Yeah. But that's now going off. And when I hit the brake, I've programmed that to flash. We don't have to have it flashing on your bike, Bruce. But yeah, so you can have just a solid light. But that's where we got the extra brake light.
So it's much easier to see the indicator and the brake light now.
Yeah.
Much easier.
So if I go left as well, you see that. And also if I go hazard lights, as you can see, the red light has now disappeared completely. Yeah. But with the extra T3, which is powered by the new Ezcan for the 1300, which isn't available yet, but it will be.
Obviously, I'll leave links to a bike thing down below, so keep your eye on Steve's website and his socials, and as soon as it becomes available, grab one, because there are lots of things you can do with this Hex Ezcan.
Okay, so before I completely strip this whole back end down, because this is a bit of a discovery for ourselves right now, but we do have our own GS, just like yours, coming here as well next week. Anyway, what we're going to do is going to quickly turn it on so you can see what this is like factory.
What you do is put the new way with the box.
So this is what my M1000 was like, just like this. So you can see the amber and the reds together at the same time, and when I hit the brake, it's just lost. The amber light's not clear. So obviously going back to the M1000 or any S bike, any S1000 XR from 2020 onwards, they all run like this. It's just not very clear at all. I'm still looking for the plug.
Right, Steve's just trying to, this is his first look at the inside under a seat of the new 1300GS. So we have a prototype. Are we allowed to sit? Well, we're showing it. We have the prototype of the Hex Ezcan for the 1300GS. So this is the first time one's going to be fitted, and we're just trying to figure out, well, I'm saying we, I always say we. Steve is just trying to figure out where to put it. Because as you can see here, there's not a lot of room. No. When Stefan was looking, he was tucking it in here. Tried initially there, but it looks like that's about the only place. He gave me a little silicone case for it as well. It was in there.
Well, there's your tracker.
Shh. I had to have a tracker fitted, otherwise they wouldn't insure me. So that's a little heads up, people. If you're going to get a 1300, you will probably have to have a tracker fitted.
Okay.
This place is just a biker playground. It's awesome. I'll let Steve crack on. Look at it. So this is a bike thing up here in Derbyshire. They don't muck about here. Some setup. And we've got Tom down there with Pete English, fitting a new toy to Pete's bike. Are we allowed to tell people yet, Pete?
Well, the Jekyll and Hyde.
Right, you might recognise this, because this doesn't fit the 1300. So it's being recycled over onto Pete's bike. Wait.
Very, very kindly done it. Thank you very much.
Well, it's Jekyll and Hyde. I was going to flog it and pocket the money, and they said, "Oh, I'll give it to Pete England." Bugger. Yeah, wait till you hear that, mate. It sounds nice and fruity in the hooligan mode. What was that you said, Pete?
Well, the boss system that I've had for the last couple of years now. Not free to good owner, but you know, it's been a good servant.
And he'll clean it, obviously.
No. It comes with all the little dink marks and everything. Prove that it's been used. Look, it's even got a bit of nail varnish on. Look.
Check out Pete's socials. Which are?
I've got no idea. What was it? Messenger? MSN? Is it?
I'll put it on the screen now. Right, Steve and Tom working on magic there. I think this is the first sort of time they've done this, so they've got a wee bit of fiddling to do. yes, sorry, not the first time they've ever done this. It's the first time they've done it on the 1300. Steve is actually documenting everything that he's doing, and he's going to have one of his full-on in-depth vids coming out, so keep your eye on Steve's channel. I'll leave links down below, and check that out if you want to know about the ins and outs of all this. Mine will just be a quick scout over, but let's see what they've done. Okay, so we're all installed now, and there we go. How's that? You see there, that's the extra brake light that's now been fitted. And then when you hit the indicator, boom. So it switches off the brake in the relevant indicator, and you've now got this additional one down the bottom. How much better is that? So you can see the before now, and then this is what we have now. Loads better. And we've got full control of that via the Hex Ezcan. Right, for a change I got that wrapped around my neck. It's not the Hex Ezcan that allows the lights to split between being dual indicator and brake light. It's not the Hex Ezcan that does that. The Hex Ezcan controls that additional brake light. It's something called a visor wizard, which allows you to do that with the existing lights. Available at a bike thing. Check out the website. Looks awesome.
I will on mine.
And that's Tom at a bike thing. The real worker. The real worker. Not much room in there. How are you finding that to work on, Steve?
Yeah, it's there's not much room to play around with, but we haven't had to take the petrol tank off, which we normally would. When my GS arrives next week, we'll be stripping it right down, really getting to know this bike inside out. However, we're going to be putting... Do you want me to say what I'm putting on the front?
No, we'll leave that.
We'll leave it, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it for an element of surprise. But we're fitting something special for Bruce, which I know you've liked for a long time. You've always made mentions of it in the past. And it was really, really easy to wire them in, so yeah.
Happy days.
Yep.
Makes me sick every time he does this.
Yeah. Right, this is a bit worrying Tom now. I don't know what he did down there. I'm not telling you.
Did you say I'm not telling you? Please do.
Keep job security.
I have wanted these for so long. Check it out. Look at that. Awesome. So they're just normal running daylights, and then as soon as you hit the indicator, they go orange. And these will also change. They sync with the day-night sensor. So when the bike thinks it's nighttime, the intensity of these lights will go up. So I think at the moment, through the Hex Ezcan, they're set at about 10% for during the day. So that's daytime. Daytime.
That's nighttime.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So during the day, they're much brighter, and then at night, they dim down so they don't dazzle you.
That's daytime.
Look at that. Awesome. Available at a bike thing. Links down below. Oh, hang on. Better show Steve. Steve got the arse when I said, thanks, Tom. Follow Tom on Insta. Links down below.
To strobe with flash to pass. And we now do 3 flashes of the flash to pass button.
Yep.
Tour Tiger.
Oh, they've done it already?
Or if I turn this one on,
On one of their bikes, yeah. So
when you do the horn, they'll do that as well. That's totally you can change all
Customise
that.
it all via the
All on the
Hex Ezcan.
settings. We can put inverse flashing on as well. Well, no, we can't because it's indicator. So you can even make them turn off if you wanted when you turn signalled on that respective side. But
Oh, so the other side goes off.
yeah, but
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
that's more if you've got a light pair. To be fair,
Gotcha.
just leave them on. Now 1, 2, 3.
Lovely. So 3 flashes of the main beam.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do you want the horn setting leaving on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Cheers. I don't often use the horn.
No, but
That's awesome. Right, gimbal wars. Gimbal wars.
so we can knock it up to 100 if you want.
No, that's making me blind as it is.
That's 100.
Wow.
But 80 is what I always say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sure, that'll do.
I do.
Perfect. Cheers, chaps.
I'll turn it off that
You
as
still
well.
recording?
Yes.
Do you want me to turn
It's
off
all
the
nice to
settings?
like.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So when you get back home, because you'll be riding in the night time tonight, won't you?
Yeah.
If you do find that these are too bright, what are they on at? 10%? Sorry, 10% or 20%?
10. 10 at night.
They're at 10 at night. So if you do find them too bright and you want to revert back to just having them as indicators, all you need to do is just turn off light pair 1.
Or if you want them as amber, you can just turn the running light up.
Yeah, and then you've got that.
Gotcha.
So we're not unplugging or changing anything, we're just playing with the program settings. You can do whatever you want. So if we take that back down to 0, it goes back to white.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Fully customizable. Cheers, chaps.
It's been a pleasure.
And that is it, just tucked away into the subframe. That silicon case is really good. It just stops everything rattling about in there. I'm not sure if they come free or not, but well worth getting one. Shouldn't come up. 1, 2, 3. Right, that is us done, folks. So remember, if you're after some gadgets and gizmos for your bikes, check out a bike thing. There'll be links down below. Look at this setup they have here. A bike thing. Don't worry, there'll be a link. Don't worry, there'll be a link. There'll be a link. Right, Steve, Tom, thank you very much for today. Pete, look after yourself. Yeah, go on then. Oh, I miss that. I do miss that. There we go. Look at them. Oh, love them. Cheers, chaps. I'll see you all later. Cheers, Pete. So we filmed that back in, I think it was November, December time. I've been using them for the last couple of months, done a few thousand miles on them now. Any issues at all? Absolutely none with the Vice thing. I mean, it's a ludicrous design that BMW have come up with, integrating everything like that. In my eyes, it's dangerous. When I've been behind other bikes that have had it before I got this, I hated it. I hated it. So I'm chuffed that there is now a solution. Get that one, 100%. Side emblems, I love them. I absolutely love them. Some people think they're a bit tacky, but I really like them. Are they too bright at night? No, with the 10% setting, no problems at all. I've got no issues with them dazzling me at night. So what else have I done to the bike? So one of the first things I did here is I've got the Easy Grip tank sort of pads there. What I did find is, sorry about all these watermarks, I had cleaned the bike but I've just been out in the rain. Anyway, never mind. Your legs, when you're sat on the bike, they will rub this tank, and it really doesn't take much. You're only talking a few miles before you'll start to see some scratch marks in there. So I got these, I did a little, there is a short on the channel covering this. Very, very easy to fit. Only issue I would say is that this is still left exposed. So there are still scratch marks. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but that is still exposed. So I would say my feedback to Easy Grip would be, can you come up with something to cover here as well? These are, I went for the clear ones. I would suggest if you're getting these on the triple black, they do come in black. So if I was to do this again, I would get them in black. I've also fitted the Lone Rider luggage rack for their moto bags, because I have a set of moto bags to go on there. I think I might be getting the Lone Rider top box when that is finally released. At the moment, I bought the BMW Vario one. It's great. Is it worth the 500 odd quid? No. You know, it's a good looking bit of luggage. Works off of central locking. Hang on. So that comes up. There is a light in there, but the light only comes on if the ignition's on. So put the ignition on. Okay, the ignition's on, and you can see now there is a light. In terms of luggage capacity, I can still get the tank bag liner that I had for the original Vario case. That still fits in here, but this sort of aperture, this opening, is a little bit narrower because of these bits here. So you have to sort of crunch the bag in a little bit to get it in, but once it's in, it does fit in there, no problem. It expands, it'll go up. I can't remember where the dial is, but there is a dial somewhere to increase the size, you know, to deepen in it. Would I get one again? Yeah, probably. It's not worth 500 quid, that's a ridiculous price, but luggage seems to be that anyway at the moment. The only other thing I have is I bought a set of SW Motec engine bars. They would be fitted already, but I'm struggling to get the first bolt, the engine bolt over on the left, out. So I need to spend a bit more time with that. Get loads of you contacting me asking me if I'm happy with the 1300. 100%, I absolutely love it. I've had some issues with the battery on this. I had to go back in for the starter relay recall. There was a foot peg recall, which I think most BMWs have had. There's a couple other bits and bobs that I had to go in and have done on a recall. Apart from that, no issues at all. I've got a full 1250 versus 1300 comparison vid coming out hopefully this Friday, if not this Friday, next Friday. I went down to Toro down in southern Spain, and we took out the 1250 and the 1300. We did some beautiful mountain twisties in the dry where we could properly spank it, and we took them off and did some trail riding as well. So that vid is coming very soon. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, all that jazz. Keep doing your thing, get on out there whenever you can, but most importantly, live your life. Woo-ha!